to Film in Minnesota. I'm your host, Alan Tracy.
I'm Rahana Power.
And today we're talking about award shows, Rahana. It's award season.
It is. I'm pretty excited about it, especially this year, honestly. There are a lot of movies that I feel good about, that I am excited to see who wins and what happens. There's a lot going on. There's been a couple award shows already. There's a couple coming up. So we're kind of in the middle of it. It's exciting.
Yeah,
There's all sorts of stuff happening.
Interesting time for movies, especially after the Golden Globes. For us, about a week passed here by the time this comes out, or roughly a week.
Yeah.
So the number one thing, of course, is the host, Jo Koy.
Yeah.
Comedian.
And a good comedian. Like, honestly, I like his stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
I almost went with my mom and sister to see him when he was here last year, whenever. Having said that,
yes,
I have thoughts, but they're like back and forth thoughts. Okay, so I like his stand-up. I do. I understand that he got this gig. He found out that he got this gig 10 days before. I mean, there are people like Steve Martin, has said, and I think came out and said, that it's a really intimidating and nerve-wracking process and thing to do. And I mean, it takes people an entire, 6 months, year, whatever, however long they normally know they're going to do it, to prepare and be actually ready. And I get that. And not all the jokes were his. And that's
right.
Probably partially because they did not have a guest until a week before.
Right. Which
or
is
at least
weird.
Supposedly. I don't know.
Yeah. Who backed out?
Right. But there were jokes that people are upset about that I understand and I'm also upset about. The Taylor Swift joke, to me, was just unnecessary. It's punch, and I'm going to say this a couple times, but it's punching down on a woman, for something that she has absolutely no control over, that she is already actively, consistently getting punched down for by others. When again, she has no control over it. She has nothing to do with it happening.
Right.
And she's getting crushed out there by people for it anyway. And then he makes a joke about it, just punching down on her again. It just wasn't funny. It wasn't necessary. It was lazy. It was a lazy joke.
Yeah, do you think that was a off the cuff thing, or was it planned? Because it's these jokes kind of have to be pre-approved, right? Normally before they go on a national televised program or award show.
Yeah.
So did someone okay this? They had to, right?
Right. I mean, how long ago did we know the doubleheader was happening?
Oh, right.
Because that's what he mentioned. So
that's right.
If it only came out a week prior, that could have been one of his jokes. I mean, I'm sure that it was pre-approved and it was predetermined, but
and usually you have comedy writers also writing jokes out for an award show or some kind of thing.
Right.
So I'm sure they were paying, I hope, writers. He said it wasn't his joke. I was like, well, is that true then? He's normally there is a writing team for a show.
Right. Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it was a lazy joke. It wasn't funny, and it's punching down on a woman who's already being punched down on.
Who is also a billionaire, coincidentally. So it's
billionaire.
You want to be in that position with Taylor Swift? It's
who was one of the two artists that. I mean, she basically saved the frickin' film industry, the theater industry during the strike.
Mm.
I mean, she's done so much for economies and everything. And artistry this year. And like something totally out of her hands that has nothing to do with her movie, why she's there, with why everyone is there.
Right.
It's just, it was so not funny. And I appreciated her response, and that she didn't do the thing that women are conditioned to do of like try and just like laugh it off and be like, okay, well, it's supposed to be funny, so I'm gonna make everybody in the room comfortable and laugh. Like, no, she was like, this isn't funny. I'm not okay with it. I'm sick of it. Like, it's old and it's annoying and I'm done. And I appreciated that response.
And speaking of being comfortable, this is our first video podcast, so
I'm not comfortable. As an actress, I don't know
we
why,
were
but
given
I'm
the
not
notice
comfortable.
10 days ago also, so none of these are our jokes. So
Right.
someone
I
else
mean, I'm already not
wrote
funny,
this.
so it doesn't matter. Yeah. But the other big joke that I was really upset about was the Barbie one.
Another film that held it down during the summer also,
Had
by the
the
way.
biggest box office. It was the biggest movie of the year. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And just, again, punching down on women. Like, and this movie had such an impact on men, on women, and had such a vibrant and deep and important message for everyone. It was for everyone. And was so important, and made the stupid joke. Again, it was a lazy joke. It's punching down on women, which is apparently just the easiest type of joke to do. And again, I felt bad because Margot Robbie did the like laugh it off thing. Greta was clearly upset or unhappy, and Ryan Gosling had a face of like let's
what's up,
talk
dude?
after this. Yeah, like this is bullshit. Get off stage. And it just makes me so mad, because then you have the moments of he goes, because he also then like he's making fun of Meryl Streep a little bit, and then he's like feeling the need to repeat. I don't know how many times he said it. He's like, "You're my mom's favorite. You're my mom's favorite. You're my mom's favorite." I'm like, first of all, she should be your favorite. She's everyone's favorite. Like, are you kidding me? She is literally the GOAT. You said she's the GOAT. She is the GOAT.
Right.
Have some respect. But then he talks about Robert De Niro, and he's like, "I love you. You're amazing. You are the best that's ever done. Like, you are incredible. I love everything you've done." I'm like, so that's how you're going to treat the men. But then when it comes to the women, you are just going to punch down, make fun of them, like demoralize them. You're going to make them less. You're going to make them tiny, make them little, and build up the men with your jokes and your monologue and your commentary. And that is what bothers me.
Well, again, I think there's, like he said, it wasn't his joke, so he's one of those comedians that is very honest, and that's why he said like, okay, got the gig 10 days ago, not my joke. And it's like he's trying to, I don't know, trying to be
we
funny,
also
but
don't know
I know
which jokes were his and which weren't, because
Right.
he just said not all of them. So I mean,
Yep. Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know, and I don't think it's important for us to know.
Right. But yeah, maybe I've noticed this with a lot of award shows, though, especially with comedians or even hosts, other than, I guess, kind of Jimmy Kimmel's kept it together, but it's like just things aren't as funny with award shows. I mean, it's not a stand-up crowd, I guess. They're not here
I will say,
Oh, go.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler killed it when they did it.
Right, but they played off of each other. They didn't really, I mean, always...
Yeah.
And same with the, was it Amy Schumer and who were the two other ones that year? Oh gosh.
I don't remember.
During the Oscars. Someone comment below. Yes.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Help us out.
Help us
I don't
out.
remember.
Yeah, so many award shows. But like I remember back in the day, like David Letterman had hosted one and they said he bombed and it was like the Oscars. It was like this big deal. It's like,
It's just
what?
such a different like animal,
Mm.
you know?
And
And
everyone's
I
very
mean,
serious about it.
well, yeah, I mean, everyone's, like you're there for a very specific purpose.
Yes.
Um, and
You don't want to
yes,
be
it's
roasted.
comedy, but you're right.
Yeah.
Like you're there to, because you're nominated, or you're there because you're going to present and like people who are nominated and a winner. And like, so like people that have done fantastic work, like the best
Mhm.
work, not necessarily always, but, um, and yeah, being roasted is not everyone's cup of tea. It's not what people are there for. Sometimes it's really funny. It's not
Yeah.
like people can't laugh at themselves. Like some of the stuff is really funny. I definitely laughed during his monologue. But then there were
Robert
moments
De Niro
where,
did.
yeah, but then there were moments where I was like, oh my God, get off stage. Even if these are not your jokes, stop doing this to yourself, get off the stage. Because even if they're not your jokes, you are associated with it because you like delivered it. Like nobody cares who wrote it, they care who said it. So
Mm.
save yourself. Skip the jokes. Skip it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Make something up. Stand up. Like whatever. I, like if you can't do that, what are they going to do? Not ask you back? They're probably not going to after people are pissed.
Right, right.
You know. So I just,
Oh, that's tough
yeah,
because yeah, you're given the opportunity. I'm sure there's a thing like if you go off script, you're never being invited back again, sort of thing.
right. Yeah,
And then even if it goes over well,
right.
but in this case, didn't go over well,
Hmm. Yeah,
uh, and then he
yeah.
also admitted he didn't see everything. But I think that was a joke too, maybe like
Yeah,
the whole
probably.
beef thing. It was like he only saw beef.
Yeah, yep.
That was a good one.
Which that was funny. Yeah, but I don't know.
But yeah, yeah, I'm not sure, but there was a lot more to this show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, otherwise, Joe Coy, yes, obviously his stand up is much better because he has had many
Mhm.
venues to practice it at before he makes
Right.
a special
Yeah.
that can be enjoyed versus
Yeah.
a 10-day
Right.
blitz on the Golden
Yeah.
Globes.
Like if you don't know his stand up, like if you don't actually know his comedy and you only know this monologue and that's what you're going to base him off of, I mean, ducks. Like,
Yes, it's
don't
that
definitely
reminds
watch
me
his
of
stand up.
what was it, The Departed with was it Alec Baldwin and Wahlberg when he's like, don't judge them based on this one interaction, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
That's what I
watch
thought
his
of.
stand up. It's funny. I mean, you may not,
Yeah,
not everyone's going to think it's funny. Not
yeah,
every comedian is for everyone,
mm,
except maybe like Robin Williams. Like, there are people that hate like Will Ferrell and
yeah,
Chris Rock and like, Adam Sandler, like whatever. So it's not, there are people who hate all female comedians. And if you're one of those, please stop watching because we don't want you here. But like, so not everyone is, not every comedian is everyone's cup of tea, but
right,
he's better than that monologue. Um,
yeah. That being
yeah.
said, the Golden Globes had many wins that I approved of very much. I tend to align with the Globes more than
Oh,
the
really?
Oscars, just because you have things like Succession, which is a show
I
I
still haven't
followed.
seen.
Ooh,
And so I was actually mad that they won some of the things they won because I really, really desperately wanted other people or other
oh yeah,
shows to win. And
but
I
this
have
is their
approved
last
that.
one. This was it. Like
Right.
so,
Yeah.
they're not getting any more nominations after this year. So
But like, so was Ted Lasso. That was their last one.
oh, that's true.
And
That's
that
true.
is a miraculous show that warms the heart. So
How'd they
I
do
don't
with the
think Succession
Emmys?
warms the heart. I don't actually know.
Uh,
But
they're not in award season, are they?
um they are.
But
They
anyways,
yeah, Emmys is done. But
Sarah
yeah,
Snook won, and I was so happy for
yeah,
her. It was
that was
yeah.
really cool.
She said it. Billie Eilish said it also that it was an intimidating room. And it was like
Oh yeah.
there was at least 3 occasions where that came up, and that was from like everyone. Like this
Yeah.
is an intimidating room. Like it was like scripted. Like, what's going on here? What's happening in this room? It's like,
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, you have the biggest people from not
yeah,
only like just film or just TV, but like
yeah,
across the board,
music,
right
yeah,
there, music, like everything. And yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift is in the room.
yeah,
I think somebody, like, come on. But so, I mean, it's not surprising, especially for people who maybe haven't won much or at all, or who aren't used to being in that room, who don't know maybe anyone or barely anyone, you know? So
yeah,
that's, I'd be, yeah, intimidated too.
yeah. And Sarah Snook is Australian, so
I feel like her accent didn't come through super like thick the way that like Margot Robbie's does.
right, both
Margot
Australian.
Robbie?
Yeah,
Margot Robbie's. Yeah. Anyway, um, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah. I think when it comes to an award show like that, like, yeah, I was happy. I didn't see all of it. I don't. It was
Me
only
either.
because of an Instagram post of Sarah Snook at the Golden Globes. I was like, oh, that's on
Oh,
now. I was totally unaware of it.
I know. I
So,
saw posts on Twitter about his monologue, but I mean, it had been on for probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I don't
yeah,
even know. And I was like, oh shit, that's on. And so then we put it on, and I was like, oh, okay.
right,
So I didn't even see his monologue until you actually sent it to me like a day later.
right,
And then I watched it and I was like, mother, son of a bee.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. That
but
was I picked up where Kieran won for best supporting actor in a
yeah, I didn't see
series,
that.
or
Yeah.
like all these weird categories, like, and I like that they poked fun at that, like just the
Yeah.
whole best, like the musical one, like the whole
Yeah.
best note in a song from a series, and it was like this whole joke about how ridiculous these categories
Some
are,
of them are, yeah.
like musical or drama series. It's like, what?
Right.
Best
Yeah. It's kind of weird how they clump them together.
versus a
Um,
sci-fi in a limited series or
right.
something.
Um, there were wins that I liked, but I haven't seen the movies yet.
Yeah.
And so I was intrigued. Appreciated the speeches though for sure, like Emma Stone winning. I really
Oh,
appreciated her
yeah.
her
She said it
speech.
too, I think, the intimidating
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. Um, but honestly, I had no interest in seeing Poor Things. It looks weird. I'm just gonna say it looks like a weird movie. Like the trailer makes it look where it's like, do they know what's going on? Like, I don't know what's going on. But her speech and her description of Bella and that she think like
It's a
her
rom-com.
character, it's a rom-com because she's falling in love with life and all of that. And I was like, that made me think, okay, you know what? I'm open to giving this a chance. Like obviously we're gonna watch it because it's probably gonna be up for a lot of things in the Oscars, but I became more open to it just hearing that little piece from her. Um, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I had interest because of Emma Stone and some of the other actors in it.
Yeah.
It's just, and is it Yorgos Lanthimos? Or I forget how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, Yorgo something. Yeah.
But yeah, he's normally in these, like, when he makes a film, it's up for consideration usually, or
Yeah.
nominated at least.
Hmm.
But yeah, I had like this weird, like almost reaction to Emma Stone winning
Really?
because that was the same year that La La Land was introduced as Best Picture when it
Oh,
wasn't, and the card
yep.
said Emma Stone on it. And I was
Yep.
like, did they get this right? You know, is
Yep.
this the right envelope? It's like, is
Oh,
this
that's
because
a
they have the weird categories, right? So it's like,
yes. Yeah.
are we sure?
Oh, funny. That is a good point.
It's
Oh my
just
gosh.
maybe triggering is the right word. Just kind of like,
Yeah.
wait,
Just
what?
kind of like, wait.
Wait a minute. She's walking, and no one's coming out to stop this, right?
Right. I did love the reactions from the other nominees to her winning. Um, it like Jennifer Lawrence, and I mean they're like best friends, so obviously, but like she freaked out and like stood up and was like, "Oh my god, yes!" Like she was so excited. Um, she was nominated too, didn't even care, and she actually, I don't know if you saw this, but she like made kind of a joke. So you know how when they're saying the nominees, they go to like that actor, that person, and show them really quick.
Mhm.
So when they did that to her, she like mouthed to the camera, like, if I don't win, I'm leaving as a joke, because
Yeah.
it's funny. And then Emma Stone wins and she's like, oh my God, like the most excited thing. And I mean, all of the nominees did that. Uh,
Mm.
um, Taylor Swift, they showed her, she was freaking out and excited. Like there was just so much excitement and like love and support in the room for Emma Stone winning. And I don't know if it had to do with the monologue or if it's just that this is happening more, which I would love for that to be the case. But like just the support, like women to women support, woman to woman support. And it just made me so happy seeing that. I love it.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think one of my favorite moments was, well, this is funny, just because it was Nicolas Cage's birthday.
Yeah. I didn't know that he was
I
even
didn't know.
nominated. I didn't know why he was there.
Oh,
They
I
showed
know
him
why
on
he
the-
was there, because Dream Scenario, good movie. Check it out. I know you're not a
I
Nick
do.
Cage fan, but
I do want to see it. It does look good.
it was good.
But I didn't realize he was nominated, and I was like,
I
why
didn't
is he
know.
there? And also, why did he dye his hair that way? And like, he looks
He's doing a
awful.
movie. They're all doing movies whenever you see them in a weird look.
I
It's
know.
always a movie. Come on.
But it
They're-
was
But after his nomination was like, passed over, it was just kind of like he was gone. The whole table that he was sitting at
I
was
didn't
gone.
notice that.
I noticed it. It was an empty table, no seat fillers. I was like, what's good? There's no seat fillers? There's like he's gone,
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
after that
And
commercial
telling,
break.
honestly. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's his birthday, so why would he sit here any longer than he has to?
I mean, it's really telling because that room is filled with people that are friends with each other or are fans of each other and want to be friends with each other. You know what I mean? And like, there's all these after parties that you would think like he would want to be in that room. Like he's got to have friends in that room where he's like, yeah, I'll spend my birthday with them. Like, that's awesome.
Maybe he had to
But-
shoot the next day. I have no idea.
I'm
it's like,
maybe. Yeah.
that's why he
That
looked
is
the way
funny.
he looked, Rahana.
I don't like him.
What? Come
But
on.
yeah, no. But it was funny. We saw at his table
The
when
unbearable weight, Rahana, of massive talent.
there is like minimal talent. This movie might
Have
be
you
his
not
own-
seen that movie?
What movie?
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent? With him and Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
No, it looked terrible.
It's
It
hilarious.
looked so bad. I
It
just
was-
don't like him, so I won't do it.
Yeah,
I
you
love
don't like
Pedro
him, that's
Pascal,
why.
and I still won't do it. But it was funny.
Can we
'cause they
talk
showed-
about Pedro for a second, too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The
Love him.
arm in the sling.
I mean, dude broke his arm or whatever. It happens.
The Last of Us 2, maybe? I don't know. What's going on there, huh?
It's very possible. I'm very excited for that, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
But he looked adorable. He always looks so adorable. I'm gonna say this word again for the third time in 30 seconds. I adore him. I just love Pedro Pascal so much.
Yeah.
I was sad that Oscar Isaac wasn't there. I mean, he wasn't up for anything, so yeah. But because they're like best friends and they're so funny together that I feel like any award show that you see them together at would be hilarious. But yeah, even with the sling, he rocked it. I was
Yeah.
like, heck yeah.
I didn't notice it at first because like I said, I came in on Kieran's speech, and that's when he
Yeah.
jokingly told Pedro to suck it because it's like And and Pedro just played along with it, like started
Yeah.
the fake crying and all that. Just
Oh, I
it
didn't
was
see that. I'm
funny.
gonna have to like look it up.
Yeah, they played off of each other. I liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. But yeah, I was kind of bummed too because I love The Last of Us. It's just like
It's phenomenal.
yeah,
It should win anything that it's up against. Like,
right.
or anything that is nominated for. Like, it is
He will
abs-
he will get way more. It's just I
yeah.
get it. This was like Succession's last season, last chance to win anything, and
Yeah.
it's the way it goes. Like Lord of the Rings when they won Best
Yeah.
Picture for the third film.
Yeah. But yeah, he's phenomenal. That show's phenomenal. Bella Ramsey,
hmm Well, yeah, the
yeah.
character.
Um, oh yeah, no, Bella, what's her
They're
name?
both Game of Thrones, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
You're right. You're right.
but she's phenomenal. Like, I was actually thinking about that the other day, what you just said. I was like, Pedro Pascal, like, I think of, you know, like the Last of Us and other movies that he's done recently, like whatever, and all this stuff. And then
Mandalorian,
Mandalorian.
Narcos, yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden I was like, but he's also Oberyn from Game of Thrones. And that
Mm-hmm.
is phenomenal. Like, what an amazing act, what talent. Like, that role, because that's the first thing I saw him in or as. And I was like, you just make an assumption almost about the person based on how good they are at certain things, which is stupid because he's an actor and he's an amazing actor. And so it is what it is. But, and then all of a sudden seeing him in these other roles and then normally, and I'm like, damn it, he's amazing. Oh my gosh, he should get all of the awards. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
And, yeah, and then we also had like Barbie did, at least from what I saw, took two for sure. I don't know what else before when I tuned in. One for Billie Eilish's song.
well, and then the other one was
And
for a new category that they made
box
this year
office. Yeah.
for box office,
Yeah.
which is funny because I mean, it's like they made it for that or Taylor Swift, whichever hit the highest.
Oh, right.
Because those were like
That's
the two,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't care because they deserved something and they
Mhm.
got it. Because again, that movie was phenomenal, had a huge impact, and should have been the biggest box office. I mean, it seems like a stupid thing to win for, like, or a stupid
Yeah.
category, but
But the globes are made up of categories that are made up.
right. And I mean, honestly, like that one, like Margot Robbie said, is I mean, that one's really determined by fans,
Yeah.
by viewers, and not by like an academy or whatever. So it seems like a weird category to have, but it also does kind of like mean a little bit more almost, 'cause like we only got this because everybody went to the theater, like everybody saw it.
Yeah.
Some people saw it more than once, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, they won that one too.
And Lily Gladstone from Killers of the
Yeah.
Flower Moon.
Which I still haven't seen. Have you seen that?
No, I mean, Apple is just, I don't know if it's Apple or who else is running the show for where this film gets released,
Yeah.
but was it in theaters? I mean, if it was, it
Oh,
was like
yeah.
for a hot minute, then it was
I
gone.
mean, it was for a little while.
Okay.
I don't know.
During our comedy
I think
festivals
so.
or something, or what?
Maybe. I thought that it was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm lying.
It was
No,
in
it was.
theaters, but it was like
Yeah.
over at the
Hmm.
what's that one? The cinema, the Woodbury one.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
like it was limited release. It was kind of weird
Yeah.
because it was like, is it on Apple TV or is it not?
Right.
It's like, what are you
It's because
doing,
it's
Apple?
3.5 hours. So, I mean,
Oh, true. Yeah.
that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I haven't seen it yet. It's because it's long. There's only a couple movies that have been that long that I have sat through where it hasn't felt long at all and I wanted more.
Mhm.
And so I'm a little intimidated by that part, but at least watching it at home will be a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have Chris Nolan winning for. Well, I can't. I guess we can't speak much to Killers of the Flower Moon yet until we watch the recycled joke of the first season of Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I saw a lot of people like post about how like Greta got robbed on that, snubbed, if you will, or whatever. And I think it was, I mean, she did amazing. But I mean, Oppenheimer was just there was so much more to it that had to be so big that I do understand why he won. I mean, Christopher Nolan, like he's brilliant, and so it's not surprising that he did something that big and that it was that good.
Right.
Oh, speaking of that movie though, Oppenheimer, another issue that I have is that unless I miss it, unless I'm wrong, Emily Blunt was she nominated?
Let me check here.
I don't believe so. She certainly didn't win if she was nominated. And I will just say, she is the best. I said this when I watched it.
She was nominated.
She was? Okay.
Yeah.
She was the best part of that movie. If that movie wins anything, it should be her. 100%. She was the best part of the movie.
Divine Joy Randolph won for The Holdovers in that category.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet. But like Cillian Murphy won. I think RDJ won. And then Christopher Nolan won. And I'm like, I'm sorry. The best part of the movie was Emily Blunt. Like, y'all were okay. I honestly felt weird that RDJ was even nominated. Like, he was good, but I didn't think it was like that outstanding that he should have been nominated. It was kind of weird. But that bothered me. I was like, they're not even the best part. So no, they shouldn't have won over, I don't know. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the Oscars.
Did you watch Beef?
No, not yet. It's in our queue. I'm excited to watch it. I love her. Oh my gosh.
Ali Wong and Stephen Yeun both won for that. Yeah. For the limited series.
I'm really excited to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also won, I think, just Best Limited Series, I think it was. Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah. I think that one, again, I haven't seen it, but I was a little sad about because I don't remember the other nominees, but there was someone else that I was like, it has to be them. And
Lessons in Chemistry, Fargo, Daisy Jones.
Fargo!
Oh, you like Fargo? Okay.
Although I
is that a
shouldn't actually say that.
Anthology series? What is that? Because it seems like a series,
that might
not a
actually be
limited
what Fargo
series.
Is.
Okay. Because I'm like, isn't that just an ongoing series, or is it an anthology?
It's an ongoing series, but each
season
I think
different.
like not Black Mirror, but what is it? American Horror Stories like that because each season's different. Yeah, and I shouldn't actually say Fargo because I'm watching this season, and this season I'm obsessed with. But I didn't watch the last one. We watched a couple episodes, and then I was like, I can't get into it.
Right.
No, never mind.
Huh. I'll have to check that out.
Strike that from the record. But yeah, this season is super, super good. I mean, Juno Temple from Ted Lasso's in it, and Lamorne Morris from New Girl's in it. John Hamm is in it. Okay. Like, it's killer. The guy from
check it out.
Stranger Things is in it, who plays the boy. I don't remember his name. The girl's the boy and the girl. Her first boyfriend, who was a jerk at first, and then all of a sudden he came around, and now he's kind of like one of the heroes.
Oh, Mike? Plays Mike?
Maybe. He's not her boyfriend anymore. He's the other guy.
Wait, whose boyfriend? Wait a minute.
I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, I know. There's like 5 years between seasons, but whose boyfriend?
Yeah.
So
the older sister.
He plays Steve, right? Chip, the Scoops Ahoy guy, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Him. He's in it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at all of this
Award
names
season,
and everything.
everyone. We get to learn about new people and
Like the
things.
boy,
Yeah.
he's the
Also
girl's
known as the
boyfriend. I'm like,
boy
oh my god,
in Stranger Things.
yeah, right. Oh my gosh, there were. I know that there was especially one movie that you were really unhappy that was missing.
Yeah, I don't know if
Um,
this is only like domestic series and movies, I guess. I think that's what's going on here because I didn't see one foreign film in here.
yeah,
So,
no,
but
foreign film won. There was like a foreign film or international film category, but then they
is
also
there
won screenplay or something like that. Yeah. Mhm.
non-English
Yep.
language motion
Yeah.
picture? Oh, I see. Yeah, Zone of Interest, Anatomy of a
Yeah.
Fall one from France.
Yep.
I heard
Which does
about.
look interesting.
Okay, I don't know what
I will
that's
say that.
about. Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I love getting to see what's in like either non-English or international film categories,
Mhm.
just because it gets us beyond our
Yeah.
not not to diss any studio films that have recently been released, but non-American films.
Mhm.
Different perspectives, basically.
Yeah.
Zone of Interest, I think that won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, and
Mhm.
there's some controversy over that I hear, but
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear about it.
because it's about basically I don't know what it's about. I won't say anything until I know more. Yeah, as you can see, we
Alan just
came
creates his own
fully.
plot.
Yeah, yeah. It's a zone of interest. It sounds like, according to the title, the boy Heron is not the boy from
Animated.
Stranger Things.
Not. No.
I just
Different
wanted to
boy.
land. I just wanted to land that joke. That's all. I have
See,
no
that's a
other.
funny joke.
Yeah, no, nothing.
That
Yeah,
one's funny.
only because you
Yeah.
brought up something, and not because it was just
Well,
hanging out there.
right. But it was funny.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's animated. Looks anime-ish. I don't know.
yeah.
Um, which is not really my thing, so I honestly don't know that I'm gonna watch that. But
But yeah, if we're talking non-English language films, where is Godzilla minus
yeah,
one? Or did they just
right?
not put in for your consideration with the Globes? Maybe I don't know, but
Maybe.
maybe they're just aiming for the
But I mean,
Oscars.
you've raved about it, and I've seen other people rave about it, saying like it's the best movie, like it's amazing.
Yeah,
Um, so
of the
I'm
films,
surprised and disappointed in that.
yeah, of the films I've seen this year, some of my favorites, obviously Godzilla minus one, Oppenheimer, Dream
Yeah,
Scenario. These are just some of them. So
Barbie.
it's top 10. I don't know about top
Oh,
5,
okay.
but
Ooh, really? Okay.
yeah.
Wait, when did No Godzilla minus one or Godzilla minus one come out?
Well, it was released in Japan in November, and it was released in the US in December.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay. All of a sudden I was like, maybe it was the beginning of January, but no, it's not. Okay. It is last year.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll see it in the Oscar noms at least.
Right.
But
You
we'll
like
see.
some of these movies, like including Taylor Swift's movie, and I think
Yeah.
Flowers of the or getting all tired out here.
Killer.
Yeah,
Killers.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Fireman.
Can we shorten that up? Takes 3 hours just to say it. No,
I bet.
or do we just call it
That's
Killer?
actually why it's a 3.5 hour movie.
Yeah. Oh, I did love The Killer,
Yeah.
by the way. That well, I didn't love it, but I liked it a lot. I guess I'll say.
I haven't seen it. I love him, but like mm, I just don't it just doesn't like appeal to me.
Yeah.
It's it's nominated. It's probably going to be nominated for some Oscar. So I'm sure that if I can squeeze it, I have a lot of movies to watch. If I can squeeze that one in, I will watch it. Jer really wants to watch it, but
Right.
I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm like, eh.
It's it's like if I had to put a mashup for it, it would be like Seven from the killer's perspective, but in the vein of like Dexter, kind of. So
Oh,
to me,
okay, that's
that's just a
interesting.
general idea of how the film felt.
Okay,
But yeah, that's
okay.
I'm of course very biased. I love David Fincher, so
I mean,
I'll
he's
watch anything he
amazing
makes.
for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. Um, so yeah, probably we'll probably watch that. That's good to know, though. I hadn't like heard, or I didn't know anyone who had seen it, so that's good.
right.
But yeah, there's a lot of movies I still have to watch. We've got a list going actually. I'm gonna start now because I mean, there's generally speaking, you kind of have an idea of like what movies are probably going to be nominated, whether it's for like the core like actor actress best movie that kind of thing, or even like costume, sound design, editing, uh, all the things,
Right.
song, and so I mean, there's a list.
A short
I
list.
got like a good. I've probably got like a good 20, 30 movies I have to watch. Um, and some of them, I mean, honestly, most of them I really, really want to. And so it's exciting. Like every year I come to our Oscar review or Oscar nomination like picks episode, and I'm like, I swear to God, if this movie wins Best Picture, bleh. And
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm gonna have that this year. Like none of the
Uh,
movies that I'm seeing so far are like getting me really angry. Um,
yeah, that's why I'm
it
like,
doesn't
just
mean that there
wait.
won't be one that pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that one will pop up and I'll be like, what is this doing here? Um, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Good. Good.
Is there a
Well,
movie that is probably going to be nominated that you haven't seen that you're like excited to watch?
I do want to see Poor Things.
Hmm.
I mainly for the acting.
Yeah,
Let's see what I haven't seen Zone of Interest that I'm interested in the Zone of Interest. Oh my
yeah,
god. I'm not gonna let this one go. I'll carry this one into our Oscars thing.
yes,
Yeah, like I saw Barbenheimer, so obviously we're good there.
yeah,
We did a podcast on most of these, like Mission
yeah.
Impossible, Napoleon. Oh, I guess not Napoleon,
You,
but Barbie, Oppenheimer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, a couple that I'm really excited for that are are nominated for like the short list for the Oscars for certain things, but like Saltburn,
Mm-hmm.
um, The Creator. I'm really excited to watch that.
Yes.
American Fiction, The Color Purple. Like I'm really excited for some of
What's
these.
American Fiction about? Do you know?
Spider-Man and the Spider. Oh yeah. Okay. For first of all, it's Jeffrey Wright, and he is
Oh,
brilliant, and I will watch pretty much
yeah.
anything that he does. But he's an author, and he is trying to write from his new book from like his perspective um, as a black man and his experiences and stuff. And he goes to like there's a clip in the or a moment in the trailer where he goes to like a book reading or whatever from Issa Rae,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
also like, I want to, get out there and like get, African American like authors out there and like books and everything from our perspective and like our experiences in life and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden just starts going super hardcore, like left turn. I don't even know how to describe it. It's hilarious the way she does it. She's so funny. And so he's like, this is a joke, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what happens, but he writes a book kind of like that that's just ridiculous. And he's like, kind of basically does it as like a joke, like all is what people want to see. And then it blows up. And he's like, what is happening? This is the dumbest thing I've ever written. And it just
Yep.
looks really, really funny. I love him. And Issa Rae. Like, just, you can't go wrong with those two. And so I think it's going to be a great movie. And it's probably going to have a really solid, like, important, like, message and impact and stuff.
Okay.
Honestly, probably, similar to like how Barbie was. People didn't expect it and it did. So I'm excited to watch that one too.
Yeah. Beau is Afraid. I do want to check that out. That's on the list.
I don't know what that is. I know Joaquin Phoenix is in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I don't know either.
I don't know anything else about it.
I've heard good things, so I think I'll check it out.
Okay.
So, regardless if it gets nominated, I guess, or not. But
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure he's one of those people that, or at least with the film, is likely to be nominated for something.
Yeah.
I did
sure.
not see Across the Spider-Verse either. Is that on Netflix now, or?
Me neither. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We've been wanting to watch it. I don't know why we haven't. So I'm excited. This gives me like an excuse to finally
Right.
be like, well, we're gonna have to, because it's gonna be great.
Right. Again, these are not official yet, but I think nominations come out soonish.
Soon.
Yeah,
It should be soon. Yeah.
here in January.
But
January
they're
23rd.
likely. Yeah. So very soon.
Yeah.
So they're likely, and honestly, even if they don't, they're going to be good movies. We're going to watch them anyway.
However, I will be very upset if Godzilla Minus One is not at least nominated for one of these categories. If not three
We will
possible
riot.
categories.
This year, Alan will be the one with a
Yes.
rant on the Oscar pick episode instead of me.
Yeah. Don't.
Just like I did last year about oh my God. The
Last year?
Viola Davis movie. Yeah. Viola Davis. John Boyega. Woman King? What? No,
Yeah, Woman King, right?
I don't remember.
That was
Anyway,
one.
yeah.
Was not
Where I was
nominated.
livid. I was livid. This is going to be yours if it's not nominated, but I feel like it should be. I feel like it's got enough, like, people love it that it should.
It's also a very anti-Hollywood thing. So, well, it's not anti, but it's like
Right.
it shows up Hollywood in a way where it's like, why would they award it also? So I could see that
Yeah.
being played out in their dream scenario.
Yeah. Oh man.
Movie
I'm
titles
excited to
only
find out what.
for phrases.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what's going to get nominated this year. Honestly, there were so many great movies, fun
Yeah.
movies.
And
I'm
yeah, I was going to say, I think it also brings up the idea that award shows in general, like, what does that mean to us? What do you think?
I think it's important, like on our level. Here in Minnesota, we have Z Fest, and that provides an award show or like awards. And it's just really nice to acknowledge people for their work, for the really hard work that they do to make any film, or any piece of, art. And having that, not only getting to, like, yes, there's winners, but the nominated, it's an honor just to be nominated. And it is, like, that in itself is huge, especially at our level. Acknowledging that, like, someone or a group of people have done an immaculate job at something. And I mean, that also helps to, like, give motivation and more determination to people to continue doing well, to continue growing, and for anyone maybe who didn't get nominated or didn't win, to try and go to the next level with their craft. And so I think it's really important. Plus it's fun,
Right.
getting to be there for again, just like Oscars and Grammys. Well, yeah, but Golden Globes, like, you're friends with those people, or you want to be friends with those people, like, getting to spend that time with them. Like, it's the same thing here. Like,
Right.
So
So
yeah,
community,
what do you think?
just like the
Yeah.
intimidating room, as everyone called it.
Yep. Which honestly, I think is still the case even here.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I guess.
especially for anyone new or anyone who maybe
Right.
like for me, like I am scared of people. Like it's intimidating. Especially
Mhm.
people who are doing so well and who are just amazing, like fantastic at what they do. And like it can be for anybody who's that kind of introvert, um, it can definitely be intimidating. Um, so I mean, yeah, even at our level, like people are still looked at and regarded at such a high level and um, really inspiring. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that's a good point. Also, it gives people the label of award-winning writer, director, whatever you are, right?
Hmm.
Or actor.
Yeah.
Use that. Use that to your advantage if you get
Yeah.
that win or that opportunity. You are then an
Yep.
award-winning whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Or nominated or something. So
Right.
it's just kind of nice to be recognized for your art because we
Hmm.
don't really have like a trade award thing otherwise or something
Yeah.
else. I mean,
Hmm.
that'd be nice. It'd be nice if we had like an
Right.
annual Minnesota Film Award thing because that would say something about our
Yeah.
films here. I mean, they kind of have it with the
Right.
festivals, like the best films of the festival,
Yeah.
whatever, which is nice, like Twin Cities Film Fest or
Right.
the International
Yeah.
and Z Fest, of course. But some of the festivals I wish would like switch it up a bit for their juries because that's what like the bigger festivals do is
Yeah.
they the juries always are
Hmm.
different. So that's why the films are that win are always
Yeah.
different because
Hmm.
they're viewed differently. So it's
Right.
subjective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it it also kind of like going back to here, um, really just continues kind of bringing to light the fact that Minnesota filmmaking is important, even if it's not on the grand scale of Hollywood or whatever. It's what we do here, what all of you do here is still very important, and it still makes a difference. And um, and so I think that having those award shows also kind of like helps to just um, support that and kind of remind people that you're not just making films for the sake of just having a hobby. Like you're doing something important. You're making a difference in someone or lots of people's lives by doing this.
Right.
So I think that that also kind of helps to just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And I think, man, what would it be like if we had like an award show here annually in Minnesota?
Right.
Like how would you determine that though? It's like you'd have to pick it from each festival, or like let's say there's Z Fest, there's 48, there's
Yeah.
Twin Cities Film Fest, like whatever, yeah, or they just submit their films in general. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I
Just
don't
to
know.
help
That's a really
recognize
good point.
people's work in some way, that'd be fun to get like a
Right.
show
Across the
going.
board. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
get all dressed
That would
up
be really
and
cool.
go go to the Radisson Blue
Yeah.
again.
Fancy. Right.
Yeah,
I like it.
but yeah,
But
that's the draw to Z Fest. I think is because you also get to screen it in a theater, and
yeah.
like we've mentioned before on this show, but also just being able
Hmm.
to again like show that recognition. And I think like theaters, I think there's one for theaters here. Well, in terms of
Yeah.
awards, I think there used to be, I think, but if anyone
Oh.
knows what that is, I think it was at used to be at like the Hotel Ivy or something, and they had like a theater award type of night. So
Hmm. Oh. You know what? That vaguely sounds familiar, but from like a while ago.
yeah, right.
Yes.
I don't know post
Yeah.
pandemic if that's still a thing, or
Right.
I'd have to
Yeah.
look into it more.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get back to you guys on that.
Yeah, you can tell we do a lot of research around here.
Yeah, super prepared all the time.
Yes. Yes. As you can see, we
opinion.
coordinated our backgrounds. City.
Yeah, city. The Twin Cities.
Yep.
Actually, I mean, no, it's not. This is Minneapolis. I'm an idiot.
Whatever, same thing.
Yeah, it's
And
one of the two.
Night City, not a Twin City, but
But a city, and that is what matters.
yes.
But yeah, I'm excited to hear about the nominees. I'm excited to do our picks.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch these movies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's so many, and it's going to be awesome kind of going through those. I don't know why, but I'm amped more this year than normal.
Yeah. And one thing before we wrap it up, forgot I should have done plugs at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, let's save it to the end when everyone's gone. After we've been droning on about award shows.
What are you talking about? We're very entertaining.
Yeah, what am I saying? This is...
Yeah, come on.
But there is a screening happening in Woodbury 10 for Sensational Shorts. Yep. This time we're in video, so it's kind of weird.
Someone's movie is being shown.
So if you're listening to this when this comes out, it's next Sunday, the 21st at 5 p.m. at the Woodbury 10. Get your tickets on sale now at Woodbury 10. The 5 p.m. show for Sensational Shorts. A lot of local short films are in that, so go check it out to get to... Yeah, check.
I like it.
Check for tickets.
Yes. And let us know what you think about the video.
Yeah.
Seeing us versus just hearing us. If you're watching, that is. We're going to be doing more of this throughout the year, and
the idea is to keep it going, whether we're virtual or live, or not live, but recorded
together in the same room.
Yes, haven't done that since 2020.
Yeah, like right before. Yeah,
and it wasn't video, so there's that.
And it wasn't video, although sometimes we would take pictures with our people. So
right.
Yeah, but yeah. So let us know what you think. If there are more fun topics about awards or these films or the Oscars or just whatever. Otherwise, thanks for joining, listening, watching. This has been Film in Minnesota.